A very fresh morning to one and all present here. So my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are in best of your health. Today we are going to learn English. Myself Zainab Kagdi is going to teach you from the Oxford Revised New Pathways course book. So I request you to take out page number 107. Section 2, Flames in the Forest of Unit 4. Flames in the Forest is written by Ruskin Bond. Before moving further in the story of the flames in the forest, let us revise what we had learned in our previous class. So basically, this story is about a boy named Romy. You can see in the picture that Romy is riding a bicycle. Now, this story is about how the difficult times bring out the best quality in us. So here, Romy faces a very difficult situations. In this, one of his friend, Prem, suggests him not to indulge himself in any difficulty and take a rest for a night. So what was the difficulty, my students? Yes, I hope you remember the story. The difficult situation was he had to cross a forest, and at that time there was a time when they faced forest fire. So his friend suggested him not to go in the forest and spend the night at his house. But as Romy had some commitments, he had to give pills, that is tablets, to his father. So he had to go home. So what did he do? He mounted on his bicycle and started paddling very swiftly. And then he moved on and he didn't stop in any way. But he faced many difficulties while crossing the forest. Many birds and animals came across his path. Parrots, jungle crows, owls, magpies, and the air was filled with their cries, and it was a very dangerous situation. Romy could see the flames from behind the trees on his right, and he could hear the crackling as the dry leaves caught fire, and the air blown to his face was very hot. Then, as you can see in the picture, he met one more person. His name was Teju. Teju was a milkman. He was 8 or 9 years old, a couple of years younger than Romy. Teju came in the forest to deliver the milk to some road workers, but the road workers had left the place at the first sight of the fire. Now Teju was hurrying home with his cans still full of milk. As you can see in the picture, his cans are still full of milk. Now both Teju and Romy went further into the forest. The fire was much closer now. Flames shot up, smoke billowed out above the forest. Romy's eyes were burning, but he couldn't stop now. He thought that once if they crossed the river, they would be safe. But this didn't end. A tall silk cotton tree, its branches leaning across the road, had caught fire. They were almost beneath it when there was a crash and a burning branch fell to the ground a few yards in front of them. So what did the Teju and Romy did? They got off the bicycle and dragged it through the thorny bushes and then returned to the road some distance ahead. So dear students, this was the story till now. Now let us move ahead. Oh look! exclaimed Romy, bringing the bicycle to a sudden stop. An elephant was standing in the middle of the road. It moved restlessly, its big ears flapping, wondering which way to go. From the left, where the forest was still untouched by a fire, a herd of elephants moved towards the river. The leader of the herd raised his trunk and trumpeted a call. Hearing it, the elephant on the road raised its own trunk and trumpeted a reply. Then it walked off into the forest in the direction of the herd. "Come, Teju, jump on," urged Romy. "We can't stay here much longer." So now, students, what happened? After one difficulty, another difficulty was faced by Romy and Teju. A herd of elephants crossed their way. The leader of the herd raised his trunk and trumpeted a call. And hearing it, the elephant on the road, he raised its own trunk, and then he went away from the road in the direction of the herd. And now they didn't had much time, so Romy urged, "Come, Teju, jump on. We can't stay here much longer." Teju sat on the crossbar. Romy paddled swiftly. "We are nearly there," said Teju. On their way, they saw a jackal in the middle of the path. It was either dead or unconscious because of the heat and smoke. Romy rode at top speed. They were close to the river. "Look!" shouted Teju. "The bridge is on fire." The dry timber had quickly caught fire. Romy and Teju went into the water. The water was only up to the knees, but very cold. Together, they pulled out the bicycle through the water. The river was quite swift in the middle. They kicked off their shoes, knowing they would be lost. Then they gripped the smooth stones of the riverbed with their toes. They reached the opposite bank and sank down on the grass. "We can rest now," said Romy, "but not all night. I have got medicine to give to my father." He felt in his pockets and found that the pills, that means the tablets, had turned to a soggy mass. Now, what is the meaning of soggy? Soggy means moist or wet. Just because they crossed the river and the water in the river had made the medicines soggy. "Oh well, he has to take them with water anyway." So here Romy jokes that the soggy medicines, that the medicines have turned soggy, that means moist due to water. But then he said that, oh well, he has to take them anyway with the water. That father has to take the medicine with the water only, so there is no worry in it. They watched the fire as it continued to spread. It had crossed the road down which they had come. The sky was bright red, and the river reflected the color of the sky. So here, students, you can see that they had reached at a safe place. They sank down on the grass on the opposite bank. Now, Romy said that we can take rest for a while. Why? Because they were so much tired by that ride. By crossing the whole forest with lot of difficulties and dangers in their path, they finally had reached the opposite bank. They watched the fire as it spread to continue. It had crossed the road down which they had come. Now the sky had turned bright red because of the forest, and the river reflected the color of the sky. Several elephants had found their way down to the river. They were cooling off by spraying water on each other with their trunks. Further downstream, there were deer and other animals. Romy and Teju looked at each other in the glow from the fire. They hadn't known each other very well before, but now they felt that they had been friends for years. Written by Ruskin Bond. So, dear students, I hope you loved the story, as the story tells us how we have to face difficulties with bravery and not to step back from the difficulties. Instead, face the difficulties with confidence, just as Romy faced the difficulties with confidence and reached its destination safely. Romy and Teju looked at each other in the glow from the fire. That means from the fire, their faces were glowing. They hadn't known each other very well before, as Teju was younger than Romy and he was just a milk delivering boy. But now they had turned friends for years, as if they know each other from years. They helped each other, they supported each other on the way, and then they found their destination. So this is how we have to face our fear, we have to face our danger.